Welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. The party currently infiltrating the Wizards of Wine Winery that's been taken over by the Druids of the Black Hand, worshippers of Strahd and its connection to the very land. Having managed to clear out most of the Druids' blight servants by snapping the black root staff, the party follows Urwin Martikov into the basement of the winery. It is in the basement where the last surviving Druids made their play to stay, and it is also where something large is growing. Alrighty. You've saved both Urwin and his brother, Adrian. Only one brother remains to be found and saved. You've also discovered that the Druids very possibly poisoned, or did poison, the current stock of wine in the winery, and possibly have sent out some shipments already. Right, Fiske, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to.
Hey, while you're doing that, real quick, sorry to interrupt. I'm not on this. I'm not on the basement map right now.
Yes, you are. I can see you right there.
Okay, let me refresh.
You're standing right next to Ogul on my view.
Yeah, I'll refresh. Sorry about that.
I can't see myself either.
Zareen, you are standing right next to a lovely druid.
No, it's all black. I think you might have taken away my token or something when I missed the last half of the session.
Can you see my arrow?
Oh, found it.
Yeah,
I
can see you.
It's at the bottom of the screen. I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't. Like, man, like Zareen just gets as soon as Ben steps away, Zareen gets a nosebleed, her eyes roll back, and she falls down the stairs.
Suddenly, she's actually useful in combat.
Also, Ben, okay, I'll just ask you later. Fiske, go ahead and take your turn. What you can see in front of you is that the other half of the basement is covered with very, very thick thorns on the ground.
I am going to push my way around Tarmagin and up to the druid.
Alrighty.
Basically, going to crawl up the stairs on all fours and then pop up and put an elbow in the bridge of his nose.
Alrighty. Go ahead. Oh, and in the meantime, Chris, go ahead and roll an initiative for Parvis. I can see you put a little reminder there.
Alright.
Alrighty, 22. Now the druid, hearing a sound but seeing nothing, whirls to just look right on Tarmagin as you smash your fist into his nose.
I'm just going to roll the other three. 2.
Alrighty. 8, 7, 10. It feels like you're striking wood.
So the first one goes into his nose. The second one, I'm going to take my claws and dig it into his neck and try and cut his carotid. Then I'm going to duck down and swipe at the inside of his thigh and cut his femoral. And then I'm going to spin back up and hit him again in the throat.
Alrighty. The injured druid stumbles, and then as he stumbles into his invisible opponent, like he manages to catch your claw right in the throat. His blood decorates the walls. A little bit splashes on Urwin as he falls down to the ground, clawing at his throat for a moment before stopping moving forever, never knowing what it was that killed him. Alrighty, Fiske.
Zorin's just staring through a mask of blood at Fiske.
Well, you're staring at nothing. He's not, like, as far as there's nothing there.
Oh,
He's invisible.
Okay, then I'm just staring through him at Tarmagin like he did it.
10 feet. 20 feet. Wait, no, moving through an ally is double movement, right?
Yes, yes.
So 5, 10. That's. So I'm trying to figure this out here. So to get here on the stairs, that's 15 feet of movement.
To get there, yes, because 5, 5, 10, 5, and then 10, 15 to pass through Tarmagin.
Okay, so I'm at 30 feet of movement here. $35, 40, 45. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. And with that, we're going to go. Let's fill the scopes. Urgal.
Alright. I will crawl just out and around to this edge. Keeping on the wall and ceiling.
Realizing this dynamic lighting should not be done.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, Urgal, now that you stand in the room itself, managing to use your spider climb to avoid the wall, you see the final druid. This one is embedded in some kind of massive, monstrous plant-like creature, simply squatting in the corner of the room. It's massive, and you can see the various thorns are leading to it and from it. In the far corner of the room, you can see, buried under vines to the wall, with vines coming from his body, the twitching body of a were-raven.
Oh my. That is a big boy. Right, I'll hit him with an elemental blast from the wall, just to kind of see how he reacts.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Good. One on the roll, max damage.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a 1, unfortunately. That does
Right.
not hit.
I will, I think I'm gonna actually back up to the spot I was at. And
Okay.
kind of wait for everybody to rally closer.
Okay.
That'll be it.
With that, having now seen you, when you kind of look at Druid, it was almost like his body was like it was still. You couldn't see his lower half at all. He had a very strange and glassy look in his eyes. Let me see now. What's he going to do? You see some vines animating Olgal.
Hey guys, I'll be back in 15, 20. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
All right.
Alrighty, no problemo. Alrighty. So some vines lash out towards you, Olgal. And let me see now. His sheet is loading really slow. I thought I already did that. Am I going crazy? I was sure I did. Oh, hold on. I'll delete it and then try dragging out a new one, because I think that should do it. Nope, I am crazy.
I think you might have had two of them, and I think one of them you had done that too.
I'm fixing it right now. Okay, that should fix it. Where is the observer token? There he is. I'm just going to delete it, and then I'm going to drag out a new one. There we go. There we go. And with that, Olgal, you're going to take 3d4 piercing damage if this hits you, and then I'm going to need you to roll me an either an athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, it's trying to slap me down from the wall.
It's trying to like wrap around you, and I believe an 18 hits, so you're going to be taking 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
28, you managed to tear the vines off you. Let me see. With that... God.
The ground will hurt you.
Alrighty, that's a 24 and 13, and I'm going to need another athletics check out. Oh god.
God. Alright. Don't fail me now.
It did not. Very nice. Very nicely done, Olgal. Okay. Zareen.
Parvis.
I took another 13 there, right?
Where's Parvis at?
He's over there by the far stairs.
What did he roll for his initiative?
19.
Ah, okay.
Not a big deal, but he's just going to go over and honor him, and realize he's very squishy, and he's going to go towards his one friend he can get to and climb up the back of his pant leg, and that's it.
Alrighty. With that, brings us to Zareen.
Alright. I'm going to close the door behind me
Okay.
and then move. Is that 10 feet of movement to get over a dead body?
No. There's no door behind you, so you can just
Okay.
do it as usual. Just realize it's just a staircase with no doorway.
That's 5, 10. I'm going to search the body because I don't really see much else I can do from here. Is there anything useful in the body? I'm going to use my action to look for something.
Yeah, I'm going to need an investigation check.
Fuck.
Sweat has caked dirt and grime onto this man for who knows how many unwashed days. You don't really find anything, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's 5, 10. I'm going to wipe my hands on Tarmagin as I walk by him. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. 30, and that'll end my turn.
Okie dokie. Urwin. And let me see. Urwin is going to move forward. And let's see, he's going to. He's going to take an action to turn himself into a small raven. That's going to be the rest of his turn. And honor him.
So those vines are on the floor. Are those what attacked Urgle?
Specifically, they were from here. It seems that vines can emerge from any of these thorns points.
Or does it look like something I can target?
Yes, it does. It's
All right, I'm gonna try and target one of those vines, the closest one that I can see with firebolt.
okay. Go ahead.
Pew pew.
That hits.
$11.
11 damage. Alrighty. 11 damage is enough to burn out the thorns on the patch right next to Urwin.
Very nice.
It seems that we can get rid of them. Do you want me to toss in a fireball next turn?
Yes.
Oops.
Oh,
You hear a
Move out of the
distant
way.
voice right next to you. Yes.
that's it.
Okie doke. Tarmagin.
Hearing the combat still going on, I just yell into that room. We have the heart. Get him and get out. I'll meet you outside. And then I go upstairs. So I'm traveling up the staircase to the other map.
Oh. 1 second.
No worries.
And there we go.
Am I? Come on.
Tarmagin, you emerge once again in the glass-blowing workshop.
Okay. The barrel with the sand is this one
Right there.
right here.
That's it.
All right. All right. I go up to it. How big is this barrel?
Pretty darn massive. It's big enough that you could like stand inside it and like close the sand over your head.
Whew. Okay. Is there a rag on the bench?
There is a rag on the bench.
What else is on that bench? Anything about the size of a fist?
Let me see. There's a couple of fucked up bottles. There's some calipers. There's that thing that you
Bellows?
I don't know what this thing is. Bellows, thank you. And then there is a few bars and a bag of charcoal. You also see a poking stick for the fire.
All right. I'm just going to grab that rag and kind of a fistful of charcoal. Kind of make a bundle out of it and just yell down, I have the heart. Get out. And
All right.
that's it. That's it.
Let me see something right here. Okay. And Varis.
He's not here.
Yeah, he ran off.
Where is his token?
He's like under me.
Underneath
Oh,
Urwin.
why is he under Urgal?
Because I'm on the wall, remember?
Oh, right. Okay, yes, you are on the wall. Let me put you... Let me get... Do you have a little boot token? Yes, you do. Okay. In that case... Oops. Sorry. In that case, Varis is going to be hidden by Urgal. Come here. There we go. Let me see. Varis is going to strap his bow to his shoulder and take aim at the druid subsumed by the massive plant. And let's call it the longbow sharpshooter shot. And that hits. And that hits. Alrighty. Thwack, thwack. Fortunately, they don't seem to be... The druid barely reacts to the two arrows now flaring out of his chest like a couple of branches. His glassy gaze turns to Varis. Okay. Fiske.
Oh boy. 15 feet here. Kind of duck around the pillar.
Okay. The pillars are not very thick, but it's
No.
thick enough.
Yeah, no, I just kind of spin around and throw ear beasts into him.
Okay.
We're at a natural 20.
That is a natural 20. Holy crapioli. Okay.
And bonus action.
Are you aiming at the druid or the big plant creature surrounding it?
The druid.
Okay.
And bonus action, I call the spear. Call him back to me.
Okay.
And kind of as the spear's coming back, I'm going to throw a dart with my offhand.
Alrighty. The dart lands almost right in the druid's cheek.
And then back here for 30, and it's up to the corner. That's my turn.
Upon request, I will delete the pillar walls. You know what? I guess there wouldn't. There's technically 3 still up, but I guess like these. Sorry, there's technically 3 still up, but these 3 would not. Thank you for pointing that out, Kev. You should now be able to much more clearly see this handsome boy. Alrighty, thank you, Fiske. Anything else?
That's it. It's my turn.
Okay. Urgal.
Alright. I'd like to try to take a blast at this one just north of me to an effort to systematically clear the vines out in front of our War Raven friend here. Would I have to move a space out first, or could I do it from the corner of this wall?
You want to approach him and then try to free him?
I want to just basically peer out against the edge of this wall and just shoot a blast at the vines on the ground there. I'm just curious if I have to move a space out to do that, or if I can do it from this
You
corner
technically
here.
do, because the corner is sharp enough to require it to do so.
Oh, in
Yeah,
that
usually,
case-
you know what? Let me check for your token. Yeah, unfortunately you would.
Alright.
Alright, you move one step.
Yeah, I'll drop down and do the elemental blast and the elemental fury, and just. Well, I'll start with the blast and hit the ground right there.
Phew. The thorns blister away under the furiousness of your lightning.
Right. Then I will use elemental fury on the one in front of that one that remains, charging up my aura, and hopefully snapping through the vines with a lightning strike.
Alrighty.
I've got to get rid of some attacks, I swear. I know I've said this before.
Yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't really do much this time. The
Fair
thorns
enough.
are still there.
I'll use the remainder of my movement speed to just back up into the previous room. That'll do. Well, actually, I guess I'll just climb up on the wall again, so in theory, if anybody has to pass by me, they shouldn't have to go through me to do so. I would hope.
Alrighty. No problem. Anything else, Urgal, or is that all?
That's it.
Okay, Parvis.
Hanging on for dear life.
Okay. With that, we're going to get back to the Rathard. You see the druid within the Rathard seemingly paying no heed to his extremely serious injuries. Gestures with his hands. You see around his hands there are a series of vines. Those of you who are now close enough to see him clearly can also see the various vines like weaving their way in and out of his flesh. And let me see. He gestures, and you can see that some of the vines begin to grow large, red, like almost fruits. And these two, the okay. That. Zareen, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna move 5 here, and this looks like a fruit.
It's like a strange flower with a fruit on the top of it.
Alright, I'm gonna aim for that with a Ray of Frost.
Ooh.
Shit.
Alrighty. That is a 26. The ray of frost shoots out and hits the fruit thing, or the...
The fruit thing. This guy.
Okie doke. Alrighty, it pops in a powerful explosion of hope, filling the air, spreading out from that location.
I was afraid of that. Looks like pollen, you said?
Pollen, yes.
I look over to Honora and say, perhaps we need fire, and then I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, and that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. And with that, Birdwin, is going to flutter on ahead.
Don't go in there.
Oh! Oh, he turns to honor him. Looking as desperate as a bird can look. He looks torn between going in and avoiding the danger. Urwin will hold his turn at the moment. Honor him. Go ahead.
Move down. And in my hand, a small ball of fire is going to start forming a latte ignis dimiter salve male. And I'm going to launch a fireball.
Holy
And
shit.
I'm gonna launch it basically where the observer token is.
Alrighty. So a token, 20 feet. Beautiful. Simply beautiful.
This should hopefully burn some things out.
That's a 10. I don't think that passes.
Damn.
That's 26. Alright. Flames explode in there. And... oh, man, wizards, eh? Alrighty. Okay, let me see. So this is gone. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. Gone.
Just
gone. Gonity. Gone.
Just your classic delete everything spell.
Yes. This pollen gets burnt out. This flower gets also burnt alongside with its pollen. The Rothhaus certainly did not appreciate that. You can see that the druid's hair has caught fire. But he reacted to it the same way that he reacted to having a dart enter his cheek. The dart and the arrows are still there. You can see his glassy eyes focus on the point of entry. You can't see you on him as far as you can tell, but still. Seems to be aware of you. So why do you think you honor him?
Alright, did these ones here burn as well?
These ones. Oh, right. Sorry. When I measured it, it didn't seem to have gotten them, but I think I started the wrong spot. Alrighty, these ones have burnt as well. Very good. Very good job.
Alright.
Okey-doke. Alrighty, anything else on him?
I'm gonna move back around the corner. Have at him.
But I missed. Oh.
Tom,
We just
Well,
honor him, fireballed it in there, and we got rid of the vast majority of the vines. But there's some pollinous fruit that's right in front of our raven friend there.
Okay, what's that red icon on me? That is.
It's the observer, so disregard. Fortunately, there's still one little pollen. Actually, my character would know that.
alrighty. Tarmagin, what would you like to do?
all right. Feeling the ground rumble and hearing the roar of flames. Like, well, I guess he's got that shit. I start digging into that barrel, just throwing sand out of it as fast as I can.
Okay, go ahead. Let me see.
What am I doing?
I thought you were moving away, aren't you?
No, I'm digging through the barrel. I'm getting
Oh, you're digging through the barrel.
frantically.
Ah. Sorry, I thought like you said like you're moving away.
Oh, no.
Misunderstood.
No worries.
Yeah. Go ahead. You know what? Go ahead and give me. Actually, actually. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh.
All right, I'll take it.
I think we will take it. Yes, indeed. Let me pull some up and double check that. Let me double check something.
Okay.
Did you roll just to DM? Because I don't see it.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
I
I
did.
did.
By accident. No worries. It's pardon me, just double checking something.
Yeah, with my
on
disadvantage, I
notes.
hit a 24. So
Damn.
yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Couldn't have that look forever.
There's never a time to hit it.
You dig, but Tarmagin, you dig through the barrel. Your finger, like you basically almost have to upend it a little bit onto its side in order to properly reach. Although within, since it's almost as tall as you. Your finger, like sand, pours out in great piles, glittering a little bit in the dim light. Something catches your eye from the very, very back of the barrel. Book. A very old-looking book. It was at the bottom of the barrel, under a glass, false bottom.
I'm just gonna punch that glass and see if I can get to the book. And I think that'll be
You're
about all I
going
can
to
do.
punch the glass.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to take a little bit of damage of that, because that
Okay.
is glass.
That's okay.
That's going to be 4 points of damage to you as you friggin' punch the glass. It punctures. It was meant to withstand pressure, not a point of contact. And now, though there are some glass shards embedded in your fist a little bit, you kind of pull them out as you pull the book along with it.
Whew.
The book looks massively old. On the iron binding on it seems to be terribly ancient, although somehow untouched by rust. A crest of a raven rampant in front of a castle decorates the front. Silvery, bold handwriting decorates the spine. It reads, "The Tome of Strad von Zarovik."
Wow.
And I'm going to put that in the Roll20. And there you go. You feel a strange shiver go up and down your spine as soon as your fingers close around the book. I'd like you to roll me an Arcana check there, Tarmagin.
Alrighty. Ah.
The shiver passes, but a bitter feeling sits at the back of your throat, and your stomach turns with sudden nausea. Anything else you'd like to do this turn, Tarmagin?
Do I have any movement left? I don't know how this is going to play for that.
I believe you do. You basically used your action to search.
All right, then. I'm going to run back downstairs to the bottom by the door, but that's it. And that's where I'll end my turn.
Okay. You're going back to the basement? Alrighty.
Yep.
Alrighty, let me back. Oh, that's our way. Ba-da-ba-da. And you are now... How much movement do you have, Tom?
If I use my bonus, I've got like a 60-foot dash extra action I can take. So yeah. So
Okay,
I can
you have more than enough. That's vastly more than enough. You can move yourself to where you like in the basement.
All right. Where is it? Come on, sorry. Come on, there we go. Oops.
There we go.
I'm just.
You can see the corpse of the druid still there on the stairs.
I'm just gonna bounce down the stairs, get behind Urwin, and then that's it.
Alrighty. Varis.
Okay, can I just get were people attacking this big thing in the corner? Is that what everybody was aiming at?
Yeah, there was a druid man, kind of poking out from its middle. His lower half is not visible, and you can see vines entering his skull and chest. There's a dart sticking out of his cheek as well as 2 of your arrows. His hair is currently smoking on his beard. His eyes are glassy, but seem to be focused on you at the moment as he brandishes a staff.
Okay, so I've already gone once, I guess. I missed a full.
Yeah, you did. You shot him twice.
Okay, well I'm gonna shoot him again. That's it. Alright, let me do back to the. Okay, here we go. Let's do. And I'm sorry, he's covered up or is he?
His upper half is exposed. However, you do see vines snaking literally into his skull, from under his skin. You can see them pulsating greenly under his filthy, grime-covered skin.
All right, here we go. First, gonna reach back and take a shot.
Oh my goodness! That is 28 plus 14. That's 38 plus 4. That's 42 damage.
God damn!
Yeah,
That's a crit.
A little bit.
Alrighty, you literally plow a hole through the druid's chest, where once he had a right pectoral muscle is nothing. In fact, the arrow reaches out behind him and also penetrates the rot heart, which twitches for a moment in agony. The druid's eyes remain just as glassy and just as pointed at you.
Right.
Okay, well, he's got Varis is just getting started, so he's going because he's got another shot he can take right on his action.
Yes, indeed.
And he's going to launch another. He's just going to squint a little bit more and aim exactly where he wants to aim, and he's going to launch another.
Where exactly does he aim?
Right, he wants to split the arrow that he just put in the guy.
You want to split the arrow you just put in? Okay. Yeah. You're going to try to go into the druid again.
We'll see if that works.
Alrighty, 19, 9, and 6. Alright, you don't quite manage to split the arrow, but this one gets stuck in the druid's right. Actually, it pokes out one of the druid's eyes. You see his head jerks back, and then slowly reclines back towards you. You can see the eye dangling loosely from his skull, and a little bit of brain matter pouring out behind it.
Keep
Okay.
Get a pie plate.
Yeah. So Varis is going to take a deep breath, and he is going to use his action surge to take another action.
Alrighty.
And he's going to launch another one.
Okay. Well, are you shooting this one?
Just shooting it. Nowhere in particular.
Well, I don't know if you're aiming at the druid or the larger.
Oh yeah, no, I'm shooting at the same thing I'm trying to take down.
Okay, the druid, because
Druid.
that's what you've been shooting all along.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This one gets embedded in his stomach. There are now about 5 or 6 arrows bristling out of the druid.
Okay. So he's got one more. He's got one more shot at this guy. He's going to launch another arrow.
This one does in fact miss.
Okay. So with that, Varis is going to look at the guys and say, "That's all I've got at the moment, boys." And he is going to run back to right. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there, and end his turn.
Okay. Fiske.
Okay. 5, 10. Peek around the corner. I'm gonna see that all the vines are charred. I come out and see that I have a clear path. 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm gonna take the Spear of Beasts and start slashing the vines, holding the raven.
Alrighty, go ahead. $28.
2.
$16. Alright, 28 is definitely going to be enough to penetrate the thick and thorny vines. 16, not particularly.
Holy shit,
Although
these
you
vines
feel
have AC.
pretty close. Yeah, they're thick and strong, much more than the ones from before. They've had a lot more time to grow and penetrate here. As you're looking, you can see one of the were-raven's eyes swivels towards you, begging in it. Begging, just
Can't see me.
utter pain. Oh, no, never mind. That's true. Then you can see it searching, then you can see the eyes swivels about, searching for the source of shaking. Alrighty. Thank you,
Vines just
Fist.
start snapping and... Alright, so that's 25. 30. 35. 40. 45.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Oh, girl.
All right. Coming along the wall here. 10 feet. And... guess I'm going to charge up lightning in my palm and hit the fruit with the elemental blast. Oh, I think I've rolled twice. My bad. How many ones do I roll? Fucking God. It's just becoming amusing at this point.
Your lord has forsaken you.
My God. I need to talk to that fire guy again and be like, hey, what's up?
Got that offer.
Well, going to back along the wall here. and stay in place.
I didn't realize I was accidentally muted myself. Urgal, because
Yes.
the fruit had more time to ripen. It was larger, and so it had more pollen in its trap. So I do need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, here we go. Everybody say a prayer. Yes!
Do it. 21. The pollen lies on you, makes you sneeze for a moment, and you feel a tingly sensation. Aside from that, nothing.
I knew the resilient fate would be worth it. All right, I will pack up and end my turn. Thank you.
Alrighty. Spider.
Still hanging on for dear life. Seeing Tarmagin, though, is going to creep along, actually, and hop on him. And that's it.
Alrighty. And with that... Okay. So... Okay. Varis, you hear a rustling from behind you. That's 1, 2, 3. No, actually, not only all. Yeah, it's exactly enough. Varis, you hear a rustling from behind you, and you see as vines, thorny vines, literally grow down the stairs and snap at your heels, trying to wrap themselves around you while tearing into your flesh at the same time. 17 hits you, Varis?
You're muted.
Sorry, yeah, it does.
Okay. With that, Varis, I need an athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Okay.
For you, in order to escape from the vines. Alright, you managed to... Although you get scratched, your heel scratched up pretty bad, you take 9 piercing damage. You do not get wrapped up completely. It's going to... it's going to... it's going to go for another one. Ooh, you boys are really smart. Damn it, you're making me think. Like that fireball was so well placed. Ain't no spell like it. Alrighty, with that, I think what he'll do is... Yeah, you see the druid wave his staff. Nope, you'll get attacked, so you can't do that. He's just going to try with the vines again, and this time it'll miss. Zareen, what's up?
Hey, I've got a quick question. Did I? The vines just showed up, or were they there before?
The vines showed up. You heard a rustling sound like from the stairs, and you kind of see them like growing from around the corner of the stairs.
So I wasn't able to tell like how quickly they could move, or did I miss that and I just got? Where are
Well,
they?
they're not really moving. They're growing down the stairs.
Okay, so it's more of like a slow grow. They're not like coming in quick type of thing.
Well, it's hard to tell. You didn't get that good of a look.
Okay.
Zareen, go ahead.
Okay, so seeing everyone jump in and out of this room and knowing that I can't get in there, and even if I could, I probably couldn't do anything. I'm gonna move 5, 10. There's nothing there. 15, and I'm going to... I really can do fuck all, so I'm gonna do Ray of Frost at the vines right here.
Okay. You freeze them. into the ice and frost goes thick on all over them. And I think 11 is just enough to delete.
Varis will look over. Nice move.
I kind of
Anything else, Zoe?
battle in my turn.
Beautiful. Urwin is actually going to transform into his man form back again, feeling somewhat useless as a raven. And he's going to say, "Okay, should I try to go in now?
Not yet.
Just give me the signal." He'll hold his turn once again and move back. Honor him, go ahead.
I step down back into the corridor, reach into my pouch, and I pull out this mage crystal, cracking it in half. I drink the substance within it. With that, another fireball comes on my foot and up to my hand, and I toss it back down into the exact same place I put the other one. Wow! Allate ignis dimite salva male!
Same space you said, right? Let's get a dexterity saving throw. There's a 0 pass. There's a natural 1 minus 1 pass. No. Ooh, boy. Alrighty. Let's see that Damby.
That's better.
Oh my god.
30 fucking 1. Alrighty, the Poland is burnt away. Well, it actually gets it doesn't cover the whole loop, so it gets burnt away in most of that section. So now it's only going to be over here, I think. No, because it reached all the way over here, so it's going to be just in this section of the room. Yeah, that's not a pass, and that's 31. This thing is, you see that the beard has burnt away, the face of the druid has practically melted, and yet it's still moving around. The vines of the creature are now practically exposed, burnt, puncturing into nerve endings in his arms and head. You're definitely hurting this creature very badly.
And I'll turn to Urwin. Now you can go.
He nods. He nods and will take the rest of his movement. And then he'll 20, and then he'll dash to stand next to his brother. And Tarmagin.
Well, seeing we're still in this, I'm gonna 5, 10. I'm gonna use my bonus movement. That'll take me to. There's 10 of it, or that's 10 for my last one, and then that one. Look over at that thing, like crap, and cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame on the druid or the creature?
The druid.
Alrighty. That's 6 damage. Sacred Flame. You can see that you scorched away most of his finger in one hand, where the flames materialize.
Alright. And I'm just gonna push out of the way for the last of my movement. Like, God damn, these things just won't die.
A large part of the druids, you guys can literally see, like, most of the druid's skin has now been burnt off. His eyes maintaining just the same glassy look, well, his one remaining eye. Alrighty, Varis, thank you. Tarmagin, thank you. Varis.
So what's the? Can I can't tell because of whether it's just me or it's the marker, or whatnot. But is there a wall? Like, is it if I move above Urgle, is that a wall?
Above Urgle? Oh, that's Tarmagin.
Well, I mean, if I were to move in the square above Urgle, is that a wall? Like, I can't see through that, correct?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to need, because I'm a little bit confused. Okay. What you're looking at is there are pillars in the basement.
Uh-huh.
So the pillars might holding it, but like, no, there is a free space, but Tarmagin is standing in it, right above Urgle. Or did you mean Fiske? Because there is a wall right next to Fiske.
Okay, I can move past Fiske and Urgle, correct?
Yes, you can.
All right,
You
I'm
can
gonna move.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, I can. Well, that's 30. That's 30 feet right there, and that's my move.
Double movement for
for passing through them.
or through Fiske anyway.
You're moving under Urgle.
Yeah, it's
He's
only
You're
Fiske.
moving under Urgle, but you through Fiske, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Urgle's on the ceiling, so I can consume the same spot as Urgle, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I should be able to. I can shoot around Fiske, correct?
You can shoot around Fiske, but it gives what's called a soft cover.
Even with sharpshooter?
No, sharpshooter, never mind. Sharpshooter nose covers, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
And you can't see Fiske.
Yeah, you can't see Fiske.
Oh, and I can't see Fiske, okay.
Well, I guess like Fiske would know you were there, so he like would move.
I
so you don't just shoot him in the back.
Yeah, duck down lower. Yeah.
Okay, so seeing how all right, I'm gonna try shooting at the big thing now.
Okay, go ahead.
On this round. So I'll launch another. Hold on, let me do these. All right, I'm gonna launch a.
15, that hits. Your arrow sinks into it. Like you see it twitch in agony.
All right. Well, Varis likes that, seeing that, so he's gonna do it again.
Alrighty. 12. 12, unfortunately, is not going to penetrate the thick, viney tentacles it has around itself.
All right, and that will, given the fact that I have consumed my movement, I will end my turn.
Okie doke. And that brings us to Fiske.
Okay. We all just go on. The Urwin go up to brother. Fiske is going to pull the spirit beasts out. Just say in his head. No, he's not going to say anything. He's just going to feel the rush and 15, 20, run up to it, quiet as death, and hit it with the spirit beast.
Alrighty. You're hitting the plant or the druid?
The big guy, the plant.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Whack, whack.
30.
The spear of beasts bite chunks out of this creature. You see the sap pouring down in great sluggish globules. This thing's sap is blood red, and it stinks like meat.
And I'm just going to scan this creature real quick and look for something that I think looks like a weak spot, and I'm just going to take the butt of the spear and just jam it into it.
The most obvious thing that you can see is the druid itself, but at this point, he's mostly a burnt-up torso. One that still seems to move and do things.
No, the weak spot on the creature itself. I'm
you
not
try
able-
to roll me a nature check.
Sure. Sorry, I was set to roll 2.
That's okay. 17. Right below where the druid is located, under an unassuming yellowish patch, you see what seems to be a this is the only place where the sap is not flowing from. Upon a closer look, you see some kind of fruit pulsating inside the thick yellow barrier. You slam the butt of your hand into.
I'm using an unarmed strike to slam the butt of the spear into it.
Okay. Alrighty, that part feels a lot harder than the rest of the creature, but also this time it shrieks. Strange. It's not really a shriek, but it's the sound of wood tearing. Alrighty, Fiske. Anything else?
So that was 10, 20. Okay. And I'm going to try 20, or 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. That'll end my turn.
Alrighty. And with that, Urgal.
No attack of opportunity then, huh?
Oh, right. I was modifying something.
Well, he's invisible.
Oh,
he is
yeah.
invisible. That just means he gets attacked at a disadvantage.
Yep.
Disadvantage. So the vine is going to lash out. Disadvantage. That's a 14. That does not hit.
Nope.
And Urgal.
All right. If I had more HP, I'd charge in all cool with my weapon too. But
I don't have much HP. Do it.
Get in there, Earl. You can do it.
all right, fine. Crawling along the roof, with electricity sparking between my fingers and my feet. Along the ceiling, I make my way over to the center of the room, pull out my blackened maul with one hand hanging back, and drop down from the ceiling in one giant Hail Mary swing.
Oh shit.
Let's give this a shot.
There it is.
Woo-hoo.
Ooh la la. Alrighty, you slam the blackened maul down. The squish of vegetative tissue gives a satisfying feedback up the hilt.
All right, one more across the druid's face, if I
Alrighty.
can reach it. I'll
Who
try.
did you hit the first time, Urgal?
The plant monster.
Okay.
Oh, there. That's more like it. 3 ones in one session. No big deal.
Okay, you kind of try to swipe at the druid thing, what remains of the druid's head, but fortunately, just as you try to swipe at it, it kind of moves out of reach, and you miss.
All right.
Anything else
It's 25 feet. I guess I'll. You know what? I'm just gonna cast Elemental Fury and stay in place. I guess.
Alright, it
Yes,
takes
we-
your elemental fury. Very nicely done.
I didn't even roll it. There it is.
Spoiler.
Okay. I'm done.
Nice. Varis.
Just hanging on for dear life.
Alrighty. With that, Varis, Zareen, you both can hear the sound of roots and vines growing, and you guys see them extending out the stairway and into the basement. This is a different type of plant now. And you see this one has a mouth. It has what seems to be almost like a pregnant stomach right at its base. Alrighty. Let me see now.
That thing just showed up out of nowhere?
So Varis, there is an open door here.
Ah, okay, I can't see that. Alright, I got it.
Varis, are you able to see through the observer token?
Yeah, I just...
just no observer token here. That's fine.
I couldn't tell that was a door. It's okay.
I'll just move another observer so it's...
Oh, now I see it. I see that. Thank you.
Alrighty. I require Varis, Tarmagin, and Urgal to make me dexterity saving throws as both the rot heart and its surrogate mouth exude a breath.
You cut out me too, you said?
No, Tarmagin, Varis, and Urgal.
Urgal, he's way far away.
Well, that's what I said. I said they're both doing it.
Okay, you said dexterity?
Dexterity, yes, please. Alrighty, thank you, Varis. You take 21 poison damage. Urgal, you also take 21 poison damage.
I'm down.
And I'll drop to 1 and get an attack.
Hopes, man.
Yeah. Not today. Nah, not quite.
Well, a 15 does hit.
Oh, alright.
Hey. How's this thing looking?
Pretty not so good. It's squished and squashed. It has scorches in some places. The druid is basically in tatters.
Oh, I actually need a con save for spider climb. I forgot. Do that.
Nice.
Very nicely done. Zareen!
Okay, I'm going to yell, "We have a fucking problem!" And then move 5. Or no. Fuck. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at these. Fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at these vines.
Okay. 7. Alrighty. 7 is going to clear out that particular patch of vines.
Now I'm gonna move 5, 10, look at Tarmagin and say we should probably go 15, and that'll end my turn.
You can, Zareen, you can see that there are more extending up the stairway.
Copy that.
Urwin is going to brandish his butcher's knives and start going to work, trying to free his poor brother. Oh, let's
Shit.
Kill it!
Wow.
Kill it!
The sheer amount of 20s and 1s tonight is ridiculous.
Alrighty, honor him. Got a and get a third fireball in there.
You laugh, but
Uh-oh.
I move down, and I'm going to hit the plant with a magic missile.
Okay, go for it.
Yes, I'm out of spell slots, almost.
Almost.
I was for certain you were going to pull off another fireball. Alright, that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 2, 7.
Only
9,
down to 4 spell slots, guys.
Yeah.
9. Plus
Same.
3.
And I'm going to use my power surge and add 3 more points to that.
So that's 15 points total. Pop, 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 pop. They strike the massive plant creature in a series of well-placed blows. And you can see the first crack where Fiske struck earlier. Alrighty, honor him. Thank you very much. Tarmagin.
Kind of sighs, pulls his rapier back out. 5, 10, 15, 20. No advantage, so no sneak attack, but he will hit it with green flame blade, leaping over the blade of the rapier.
Tarmagin, remember you have disadvantage on up. You'll put it in. That's 20, and that hits. And yeah, you pierce through this thing's the side of this thing's mouth very easily. You can see how deflated the bulb under it is now.
All right, and I direct the extra green flame blade damage into the vines on the ground behind it.
Okay. It's ooh, damn. Well, hey, that's gonna be enough.
Very nice.
Alrighty, some of the green flames hungrily devour the thorny
All right.
vines.
And I'm like, I look at it and go, "Fuck you, plant!" And I use my disengage action.
He tries to snap at your heels, but you should disengage. Alrighty.
And that's it.
Alrighty, Varis.
Well, I guess I need to roll to you, huh?
Yes, please, sir.
Here we go. Hold on. Sorry, man.
I feel really bad for Varis. This combat. I think this is like the third time we went down. Alrighty, thank you, Varis.
Okay.
Fiske.
Okay.
Fiske, 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 Fiske.
I'm gonna run back in. 10, 15, 20. And this time I'm gonna put the spear out in front of me as I'm running and just jam it into it at the end of the run
Alrighty, go ahead.
for the first attack. Oh, man. Then I'm gonna pull back and go towards the end of the spear and just do a big wide swing at it.
Alrighty. That one's going to hit. Fiske, how would you like to do this?
Oh shit. As
So
I
jealous.
kind of look back at Varis on the ground, Urgle not looking so good, I basically take my spear like a bat, and I back up just enough that the head of the spear goes across as much of the plant as possible. And I just want to open the thing up right where that yellow patch is. Just open its midsection.
You can hear the the spear of beasts singing in your mind as the incredible force pulses through your arms down the shaft and into its head. You completely slice it open. Massive goopy chunks flow out. You can see below you can see this red pulsating fruit slip out into the floor.
Use my reaction to say nice.
Fiske, you see how with as the fruit stops pulsating, slowly, the light from it dimming, the druid falls limp, staff clattering from his hand. The massive creature falls limp as the vines around the COVID in the corner slacken as well. Alrighty, thank you, Fiske. With that, Olgal, it's your turn. At the moment, you don't see enemy. Well, you see one enemy. Well, actually, that thing dies as well. You don't see any enemies at the moment. However, you did hear Varis collapse behind you earlier.
Shit. Alright, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. Try to stabilize.
Alright, go ahead and give me a med check.
Let's see how this goes. Oh.
An 8. You do not stabilize Varis.
Little help here!
Alright, spoiler.
That's it.
Okay, would Paulus like to roll a med check? No. I'm
He's
just
stitching the wounds up.
Spider goes up and bites him.
Yeah, he's just hanging on.
Lady Zareen.
Alright. 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to look down at Varis and say, not yet, friend. And try to stabilize.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me a med check.
What?
Oh, man.
No. Oh gosh.
Jeez, and criminy.
Urwin is currently too concerned with his brother, who is going to use his knives to try to cut away the vines that have penetrated his brother's body as the werewolf falls limp in his arms. Honor him.
I'm gonna rush south towards Varis and slide on the floor on my knees up to him and see if I can prevent him from bleeding out here on the floor.
Okay, go ahead and give me a med check, please. 21. Honor him, he managed to stabilize Varis.
Is there a stat you don't have at least a +5 in?
Skill monkey fireball hurling.
Funnily enough, intimidation. I'm not very intimidating.
Hey, that's the one thing I'm good at. Hey.
All right, once again, kind of push up past everybody. And I'm like, God, you're getting the very last of what I have again. Wake up. Wake up. Stand your ass up. And I cast my very last spell slot
Oh, shit.
on Varis.
Just take him out of and with that, gentlemen, silence. Silence falls upon the basement, and we will take our break right now. Alrighty, Urwin. Urwin appears supporting the corvid, the were-raven, the other were-raven on his shoulder. For what you've done for us, I can't thank you enough. All of you. He moves his eyes between you regretfully. I really don't know what to say.
It's all right. Your family is one of the few people who showed us undue kindness in a world that did
I sit there
more
and
than
I go,
happy to.
Good.
Go ahead.
Oh. I walk up to him and I go, well, don't worry, you will repay us in a way that hopefully will help you as well. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Anything. Just say it.
Well, there is a thing. On the labels of every bottle of wine you make, you'll put a little circle with the letters GC in it. On it.
He gives a tired grin. Great company. Since the winery would not exist anymore if it wasn't for you.
But
I'll speak to my father about it.
you cannot appear to be an ally. You'll call it a tax stamp. And you'll even complain about the tax. And you'll charge just a little bit more for every bottle. But you will keep that money. And you'll make this vineyard stronger and more secure. That's your tax. And you can blame it on us.
Well, if you insist.
I do. In the meantime, I hand that book over to honor him, and I go, this is probably your department. It looks fascinating. It was hidden, but it wasn't the heart.
Just another heads up is that you guys should be able to see that. Just want to confirm that you guys can see the Tome of Strahd.
Yes.
In the okay, good.
Yes, it's in the notes area.
The handouts. Yep.
Handouts. And yeah, I'm gonna go and search.
So you say you handed the tome to
honor him. To honor him.
Alrighty, honor him. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. As soon as the book is in your hands, you feel a bitter sensation of bile coming up the back of your throat. Nausea stirs in your stomach. The sensation then subsides. Honor him, during the days of your youth, when you were a curious little bastard, not to say that you aren't anymore, your master had a habit of putting trackers on certain things. It's a fairly simple enchantment, seemingly just knowing when something is touched or moved. On him, you kind of get a sense like you. It's almost like to you who are versed in ways of magic and the arcane. It almost feels like a small static shock when you touch the book, indicating that the book was also under such an effect.
Unfortunately, it feels like there's some sort of tracking spell or something cast upon this tome. That may be an issue. We'll study it further later.
Let me know what you find. That might actually play to our advantage.
So it's Stroud's crest on the front.
Yes. Urwin frowns at this. Where did you find it?
In your glass blowing shop at the bottom of the barrel.
What the hell was it doing there?
It was hidden there very carefully. It's Been there a very, very long time.
Well, I suppose this place is older than my family. I suppose as old as my family. It looks very uncomfortable.
I say, Urwin, the wizard's heart is here. That's old magic from long ago.
Nods. Yes. If anyone... Honestly, I don't know where it could be, but this place is old, and I don't think it would just be buried in any random spot in the fields.
It says, is there any kind of ancient, even a stone, an obelisk, anything that you can think of, or a place close by that looks different? Is there anything you can think of?
He shakes his head as he strokes his beard. Nothing really different, but... You know... My father did always forbid us. Didn't like us going in the basement. And he said that that was something that his father warned him against as well. Spending too long in the basement. Usually we just store wines here to age them. For our own personal use.
I say, well, everybody, we're going to search this basement from one end to the other. Everybody looks. But I'm starting with this guy, and I search the druid.
Alrighty. The druid, basically, you approach, you see that his legs have been embedded in the plant have basically melted into the bone, to the bone. He's nothing more than a poor corpse. However, his staff is still intact. It seems to be a thing of twisted, greenish, mossy wood.
Does it look different than the one we broke upstairs?
Yes, the one upstairs was completely black and seemed to be made of roots twisted together with rot.
All right, I kind of grab that thing and set it aside, make sure there's nothing else. And then I'm going to proceed to start investigating this room from one end to the other.
Same.
Okay, I'd like some investigation checks, gentlemen.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Norm as he's looking.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, that should be it. No, it is. Okay.
Varis, as you pass by from this area to the other, because I think this is where you were standing.
Yeah.
Like right over here, you on a whim put your hand on the wall. You with your goddamn natural 20. Straight up, like natural 20. No waiting. Like right as it's like, okay, guys, search for clues. Varis just kind of like passes here, puts his hand on the wall, and something like you feel. It feels like your hand, like your finger brushes a thin strip of something metallic. Right here, on this wall.
On the pole, the wall that I'm next to, or the pole?
The wall over here.
Okay, right here.
So
Okay.
Just center right here.
Well, I guess I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey Tarmagin, I feel something over here, and I'm not feeling so great. So come over here and check this out. What do you think? Step over here. So I'll say it's on this wall, and it feels metallic. Can you take a look?
I immediately proceed and look again at what he's looking at.
Alrighty. Tarmagin, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage.
Well, I'm at disadvantage, so I'd be normal.
Yep.
To be fair. All right.
You see that extremely expertly hidden through. Well, technically not even hidden. What you look at the wall and you don't see anything metallic. You put your hands on it and kind of very carefully begin moving them, like not in a zigzag, like in a grid pattern on the wall, and you realize that at certain points, despite seeming to be made of simple dirt, there are metallic things embedded in the wall, and you realize that there is some kind of illusion spell affecting this wall.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can find an opening mechanism, and I go, we have a magically hidden door or wall here, and see if I can find something to open. If there's any kind of mechanism I can feel for.
I'll say with that 23 perception, you will find a sort of circular contraption that your hand can fit onto. You can feel 5 shapes along the edge. Filling along them, you feel numerals for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I kind of keep my hand on it, and I look right at Urwin, and I say a 5-digit number. Something in your history from anywhere.
Everyone squints.
An old ledger.
Old zip code.
What's your social security number?
Yeah. I go, you have old records from when the winery was started, right?
Yes, it should be in the Martikov ledger in my father's room.
I think we need to take a look at that. And I go, look to honor him, and I go, look at that book that we've got. See if you can find a 5-digit number. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can actuate. Well, no, I'm gonna wait. This thing's magic. I look at everybody. I say, I'm not even gonna try it without a lead. At least not until I've slept, because I would die. And with that, I'm going to ask Urwin to lead me up to that ledger upstairs.
All right. In the interest of time, I'll say he does so. And looking through the ledger, you can see that it's mostly written in... It goes back literally centuries. This thing is incredibly old. You can see that they're mostly organized by, places and names and like the shipments and what was shipped, the type of wines, the type of alcohols, and how much. Any particular time period you'd like to start looking at?
The very earliest entries, like the first and second one type.
You open, with some difficulty, you open the book all the way to the beginning. Dust spilled from pages that have not seen light in centuries. The ink has faded very much by now, but you can still just make out the name, several names that you don't recognize, and a couple that you do. You recognize the name Valaki, Kingdom of Valaki. Castle Ravenloft, Kresk, Dradvold, Borislav.
I'll start casting Identify on the book, and I've got the ritual thing, so it'll take 6 minutes.
All
Fiske
right.
is going to look at the fruit that fell out of this creature.
Like casting the identify spell, you do recognize, you do confirm for yourself that the tracker is indeed on it. However, there is also a spell of preservation on it to try to preserve the pages. It doesn't. It does not function perfectly. It's clear that the preservation spell slows the effect of time, but it does not cancel it completely, which shows you just how ancient this book really is. And you are looking at the fruit. The fruit is dim now, and a sour smell emanates from it. You can see some blackish seeds spilling out with juice from the fruit.
Kind of just drop it on the floor again.
It lands on the floor with a wet splat.
Careful. There could be spell components in that thing. I'll kind of look over at it. Anything of interest?
Well, you don't usually use spells that have to do with nature, but you could attempt to roll me an Arcana to see if there's something in here you can use. These seeds inside the fruit could certainly. This thing was certainly a magical being, some kind of magical plant. You think to yourself, there's no way these cannot be used in improving my spellcasting in some way. Since these seem to quite literally drink the essence of things, like he was doing to the druid, there is a pretty good chance that it could be used as a spell component in spells involving the manipulation of life force and the growth of things.
Alrighty. Good to know. And while they're searching through the book, I'll identify that staff. I'll give the book to anyone want to read it? Anyone want to look? Doesn't seem to have anything else on it.
Fiske will reach his hand out for it.
For the book or the staff?
The book.
Alright, Fiske, you two now feel the bile rising in your throat, and your stomach turns as the book touches your hand.
I open it up while they're identifying, looking around. I just start reading through the first page.
Okay. Well, as you open the book, you attempt to read through a page, and you realize this book is written in Barovian. In addition, looking at the words is giving you a headache, which gets worse and worse the more you try to look at the book.
While he's doing that, I reach into my bag of my stuff that I've acquired. I pull out a scroll that I got in Lady Wachtler's basement that I completely forgot about.
What?
I go, Mr. Honorim, this came from the Wachter house, so I forgot to give it to you before. Probably more useful to you than me. And I'm going to cast Identify. Some of the stuff that I've been kicking around forever, if that's all right. I was handed that bracelet by that lady, or was it a amulet? And I'm going to cast Identify on that.
Sorry, you're going to have to refresh my memory. It's been a little while.
When we were leaving Valaki,
Uh-huh.
we were on the street, and a lady said, "This will protect you," and she pressed like an amulet in my hand.
All right. Go. Yes, you're identifying it. This is a. Oh boy, hold on. I need to refer to my notes. It's been a little while.
Yeah. It's, I'll try and stay on top of it now, from now on.
All right. This is the bracelet of endurance. Once per 24 hours, you can turn a failed death save into a success.
Oh, hell yes.
Shit.
Does it require attunement?
It does require attunement, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. I have nothing attuned, I don't think. So that's okay.
Actually, into should be 1.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that on and attune to that.
Alrighty.
I just tell everybody, I'm not even apologizing. I need this. It makes us a little safer from death. And then,
It's a fetching little thing.
and,
It's made of comfortable wood.
nice.
The wood is
Like it.
the grain is smooth and is decorated with a picture of a young man holding a sword.
All right. I go, Urgle, I need all the advantage I can. Can you pull out that tattoo needle that we got earlier?
I thought
yeah.
didn't Honoring use the tattoo needle already?
Did you? No, I was going to say it's unused at this point. So
It's in the bag of holding. Just a
Yep.
moment. Rifle through and pull it out and hand it over.
And at that point, I know what it does because we identified it before. So I'm going to attune to it,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll do it for me.
Okay. Alrighty. 2 attunements in one go. Has anybody attuned to the Code of Children's Souls, by the way?
No.
I don't think anyone in the body is evil.
Saving it for a rainy day.
Yeah. So this is the Owl Eye Tattoo. You can focus to activate this bonus action to get advantage on perception checks or line of sight. You also have Dark Vision, and if you already have Dark Vision, while active, you get +1 on your ranged attacks. Alrighty. And with that, the Druid Staff, right? Sorry.
Yes.
The Druid Staff.
I'd say some minutes ago, Fiske kind of comes into vision. He materializes.
I've also got the druid seeds off the other druid.
Oh yeah, yeah. I pull those out and
ID those.
run that in my little identify. No, did I hand them to you, or did I hold on to them?
I don't have them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I do. So yeah, I go
Something
ahead
that
and
needs to be done there.
identify them. And I'm putting owl eyes in mine. I found it.
Fiske goes over to the rest to Urwin. And says, kind of sitting on the floor, looks up at him. You should grab the other family. Bring them here. We need to rest. House is safe.
Okay. it, but that big, huge tree. I think it's still outside.
Check first.
Right. Watch my brother.
We'll take care of him.
He gently lays him on the against the wall. Transforms into a small raven himself and flies out.
Alright, I think I've done
The rest
everything
of
I
the
need
rest. Where do we rest?
Right,
to.
if you want somewhere
Yeah.
comfortable, one of the bedrooms, and I could put up a barrier where we should be safe for the evening.
So, yeah, top floor.
You guys headed to the top floor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of this basement.
Hey, before we go up there, Varis wants to tap on this barrel. Is there anything in these barrels right here?
Talk. The barrel seems to be full of liquid.
Does it have like a cork on it anywhere?
It has a spigot and a cork at the top.
Shabung hole.
Okay. I think Varis is going to. Is there a? It's in a dungeon. Hey, does anybody have a bat, like a flask or a pouch, liquid pouch?
I hand him the empty potion bottle that I used before. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna fill this thing up with wine so we can take it up and pass it around before we hit the set.
I stop and I say, "Oh, don't worry, I got a bottle of wine tucked away. We're good."
All right, sounds good.
And yeah, I'm going up to the top floor to
Yeah,
stepping over weeds and.
and you guys go to the. I'm gonna assume you guys carry Urwin's brother, and as you guys ascend to the top floor, you guys, as you pass, like window here and there, you guys can see the large tree outside, wandering the grounds, digging, occasionally digging, seemingly frustrated.
It can piddle around that field all night, as far as I'm concerned. Let us sleep. I go, elves, take turns. Keep an eye in case it gets close. You don't need as much rest as us.
I think we should go. I think you should actually let us sleep first, and then we can take the second half of the night and be ready, fully ready.
I was thinking one of you take first, the other takes second. Everybody else sleeps.
All right.
Let's go in the bedroom.
First, Varis, because you need to rest.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll do that.
With that, I will cast the ritual Lehman's tiny hut in the bedroom.
Alrighty.
So that should secure the bedroom there. Hopefully.
Alrighty, you cast Lehman's tiny hut. And let me see, it was 7 p.m. and it is now probably about 7:30. Is there anything the party will... Okay, Urwin will return shortly, confirming that the tree is still outside, although it doesn't seem to be aware of the situation regarding the others.
Let it roam.
We're going to look at it eventually, but resting is important. I know how tired you all must be, how hurt you are. I'll put Alpha into bed in one of the other rooms.
You should stay.
What?
You should stay.
He looks at him in concern, but nods. If you think we'll all have room, then I just warn you, I snore.
I'm exhausted. I don't think it'll matter. At least this way you know you're protected. Maybe pull in some of the bedding, throw it on the floor.
Urwin will bring bedding from. Will actually bring bedding from a hallway closet, enough for everybody. Because he grew up here. He smiles. He chuckles to himself. I didn't think that I'd return here. Didn't think I'd have another sleepover with friends. Especially not at my age. I think the greatest part of the danger is run. Although, I'm very curious about that door you found in the basement.
Fisk, did you find anything reading the book?
I look to Urwin and hold out the book.
Does it read Barovian?
I should hope so. Do you need me to read this for you? He grimaces as he sees the title of the book.
As he puts his hand on it, kind of don't let it go right away.
Careful.
And I let it go.
You see him grimace as and you can see it, like he's forcefully swallowing bile as it rises in his own throat. Ugh. Sick. It's feeling. Ugh. What you have here is a very, very old artifact. I will do my best. Everyone looks in frustration at some of the pages. As the ink has run very dry. He opens at the beginning. This is very old indeed. This is from the time of Strahd's youth. He speaks of his father and his mother and his brother. This is the day of his brother's birth. Strahd is 25 when Sergei is born. He received dismissive on the battlefield, where he's been fighting against barbarian hordes invading what is the newly minted Barovia. I didn't know we had a different name before then. A little bit illegible. You see there's a lot of pages that are almost crumbling. He has to go quite far ahead, like towards the end of the book. I am sorry. I am no linguistic expert. A lot of this has very faded, or uses Barovian so old that I do not understand it. I'm sorry. Here's a section I can read. I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings now feel lost in the darkness of the past. I feel I've gone through 1,000 lifetimes. As I look through this book, names come to me that I don't remember the faces anymore. My father, Barov, brave, just. My mother, Ravanovia, beautiful, taken from me before her time. My brother, Sergei, handsome, young. So young. I look at these hands that executed the deeds of these ancient times, and then I think on the heart in which the imagination of it was conceived. I long for the moment when that imagination will haunt my thoughts no more. These accounts of my life, put down in a vain attempt to understand and subdue the full extents of my circumstance to my own will. I've always believed that destiny is what you make of it, and otherwise you're at the mercy of fate. But after more than 400 years, almost 5, I know that fate is cruel and is intentionally toying with me. What other reason is there for Tatiana to repeatedly flow through my fingers every time I grasp her? 6 reincarnations have come and gone. 6 times she has fallen through my fingers. I am doing something wrong. I must use all of my cunning, all of my knowledge to outfox fate's wiles. Tatiana, no matter under what name, will be mine. One day, I have all of eternity to try. I sit here, trying to recall what is my earliest memory. What images can my mind, so long without sleep, can conjure? My earliest memory, then, is of reaching desperately for my mother, her kind face like the moon above me, squirming against my nursemaid as her thick arms pinned me to her bosom. I'll never forget Queen Ravenovia von Royen's face, the white skin framed in dark hair, eyes blue as sapphires, like mine were so long ago. She leans down and kisses me on my head, moving away as I cry out, being shushed by Lysaga, my nursemaid. If my mother's kiss is my first memory of her, then my father's rage and fear must be my first of him. Was it hurtling a crystal goblet of wine against the wall where it shattered and ran down the stone? Or screaming at my mother's lady-in-waiting, spittle flying into the silver jewels of her throat? Faithful old Rahadin, the Chamberlain at the time, once told him that his bouts of anger were unbecoming. My father threw him from the parapet. If it were not for his skill and reflexes, he would have been dead by that day. Instead, he came out of it with merely a scar on his forehead. My father. I remember my youth, how much I adored him. Despite his rage, I saw in him a man made of stone, unbreakable, powerful, a warrior. I so wanted to be like him. I remember the smile he gave me when I began showing my talent on swords, horse riding, the commanding of men. Soon, I was made my father's general and led his armies in the wars against the other kingdoms. It was halcyon days, camaraderie. My undead heart misses them still. The men of my company. Why, if I could find their bones, I would revive them today to serve at my side once more. I'm sorry, but this part is a bit illegible. You want me to look for another part I can try to read, or you guys can see as that Urwin is extremely pale at the moment. His eyes are sunken, and his fingers shake, and he's panting.
I think that's good for tonight, Urwin.
Right.
Who
He
needs-
gratefully, almost drops the book at your feet, but then hands it to you, kind of like it was burning his hand. I need to.
I say, hey, before you fall down, which you deserve to, what's the oldest date in that ledger book? It's
That
important.
ledger book. I think it is 573.
Wow. All right.
Well, it was the Martikov. It was the wizard Martikov's first delivery. He looks a little prouder.
Here you go. Thank you. I have some math to do. But Strahd's been here a very long time. He is everything about this place now.
I did not know that he was a man of doubt in his heart. With doubt in his heart, I thought these things were beyond him. How curious to see that he has human emotion still. All the more saddening that he chose to lead a life like this.
Sad or not, he has to end.
Of that, my friend, I do not disagree.
And with that, Tarmagin is going to walk over to that furry rug and pass out. Since Honorum, I noticed, jumped into the bed way early.
Is anyone else exhausted?
I am.
Erwin looks like he just gained a level.
Whew.
Fiske just lifts his head up to Urwin.
We would not speak of what it learned. Could be dangerous for it.
I won't. I feel weird even reading it. Like it's drinking me in. Like it's reading me back. I don't like it at all. I would recommend to burn this bloody thing instead.
We may need it before the end.
He shivers.
This is a tool. It says this is a tool that we will use. No harm can come to it. Doesn't mean we're going to carry it around. But Strahd's been here at least 762 years. There's a lot of history.
He has? His eyes bug out.
At least. At least.
He seems to be flabbergasted.
There's the time between when he wrote this before it finally got hidden, which I assume is when this was built. There could have been 200 years between there. It could be he could have been here 1,000 years.
He seems to be very taken aback as the weight of this falls on him. It is saddening to see that my ancestors would have also... Well, I knew that it was the case. I didn't know it was quite so long. Let us hope that this is but the first step to shortening his reign.
We've learned a lot very quickly. Thank you for reading that.
I'm glad I was able to help, but please don't ask me to do it.
With that, I'm going to pull out that bottle of wine, the last one I've got. And I say this may be the last bottle of wine we have for a long while, everybody. I almost said gentlemen, and I looked at Zareen. I pop the cork, I take a big swig, and I hold it up in the air, and I go, who's next?
I'll take it.
I hand it off to Varis.
Take a swig, pass it around.
Yep. And then I'm sleeping.
Alrighty.
When it comes around to Fiske, take a really fucking big swig.
Does anyone have the doll that doesn't need it tonight? I can't remember who has it.
Who all? You're exhausted.
In the bag.
Uh,
Just a moment.
yeah.
I'll fish it out and hand it over.
I look at him and I go, just keep me alive. And I make sure that Honorum has it. Says, I'm dependent on you.
Are you exhausted as well?
There's no curing my exhaustion.
Ah, yes.
I'm always exhausted.
The first bottle of alcohol we make after this is over is going straight to you. I promise you that.
I'm just sorry we weren't faster. This was probably harder than it needed to be on you.
No, don't apologize. What would you done so much for us?
Before bed, I'm gonna head over to the table with the manuscripts, or the ledger, and I'm going to flip through it, looking for some combination of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just see if I get lucky tonight.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me an investigation. Maybe not investigation. This would probably be a straight intelligence check.
I'm good with books.
And code cracker.
Nice.
Alrighty. Honorim, you notice that the list of cities are always in a certain order, not alphabetical. Thank you, my love. It is at least for the first quarter of the book. It's always Ravenloft. Okay, hold on. Put this quest channel just in case.
Thank you.
Ravenloft, Valaki,
Kresk.
Kresk, Dradvult,
Strikefoot.
Dradvult, and
Is that with a D?
yeah, and Berez.
Perez.
They also there are other names there, but they always seem to be some distance between these top 5 and the others. Always in the same order.
Oh,
Now that you're and how much did you roll? 19. You notice that that Ravenloft always gets its wine first, then Kresk, then Dradvult, then Berez, then Valaki.
Well, I think we have a possible combination here, gentlemen.
I say, you mind if I get a nap in first?
Yeah, it's something we'll deal with in the morning.
Good.
Zareen yells from the other room, "Go to sleep."
And to bed.
Yeah,
I will
that's
go.
it. That's good. God, we need it.
Long rest.
Yes.
So you guys want to keep going then? No long rests? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no, we are long rest.
No, I'm
holy
teasing.
crap.
I'm
Yeah,
teasing.
no,
I'm
no.
teasing.
Okay.
Okay, let's storm Castle Ravenloft right now.
Yeah, God
Let's
damn.
go take on that fucking tree. We die like men.
Oh,
Alrighty.
God.
Actually, before bed, we'll pull out some rations and eat something.
Yeah, I've got
haven't eaten
a
all
couple
day.
that I'll hand them mine out too. I've got 2 anyway.
Urwin roots through the cupboard here as he looks in disdain at the cutlery and broken plates all over the floor, shaking his head. Was this really necessary? That's
Is there like a broken chair leg somewhere?
yes, there's a couple. There's a chair that's been smashed pretty thoroughly.
Okay. I'm gonna ping you.
As everyone sees you guys pull out rations and stuff, so, hey, no. This is my home still, technically. I am still your host, technically, and so let me fix you something. At least I didn't touch the storage. Probably couldn't figure out how to open it. Stupid, silly thing. And Urwin will get busy using whatever cutlery he can that hasn't been thrown on the floor and dirtied. Making and begins to make a pretty hearty vegetable stew. The scent of it fills your noses and kind of braces you out of your stupor, as you guys, hurting and aching all over. This stew smells amazing. Pretty quickly, Urwin sets up the table, and you guys can enjoy a very hearty and delicious dinner. Urwin smiles to himself as he looks at all of you enjoying his food.
Thank you, friend. Nothing has tasted so sweet. And now to bed.
It's good to be here again with friends. But yes, now to bed. And as you guys go ahead and take your sleep, you know what to do. As Urwin will make sure his brother is in a comfortable position. Alright, thanks. Gotcha. Very nice. Make sure to add it to your inventory.
Will do.
Should I roll my wisdom saving throw now, DM, or wait till I go to bed?
Sorry, what's that, Ben?
It's wisdom saving throws when we sleep, right?
Yeah.
Should I roll it now or wait till I do my rest? Since I'm standing watch.
You can wait until you do your rest.
I hate this part.
Do I need to make one of these?
Right, thank you,
Since I'm
Varis.
resting?
After that, I'm going to curl up with food from Urwin, eat, and then go to sleep.
Yep. Me too.
Hey, do we get I got a couple rules questions.
What's up?
So I know that if we fail the wisdom check, we get in a level of exhaustion, but if we already had one, do we gain one back from the long rest?
No, so that's the thing. If you gain a level of exhaustion, you don't heal a level of exhaustion. You unfortunately now have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Okay. And then my second question is, for the hit dice, if we're at level 7, do we regain 3 or 4 after the prolonged rest?
Let's call. I think it's. Well, you guys are not. You guys are level 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you level up, guys? Because your sheet still says level 6.
I think he needs to adjust that one still.
Yeah. Okay.
Where does it say? I have 7 hit dice.
No, I'll fix it for you.
Okay.
And yeah, you heal half. So that for you it'll be 3 because your guys are at half level.
Oh, okay. Just that one number. Since
Yeah.
All right, and do I do a Constitution saving throw for that poison effect?
Well, now that you're taking a long rest, I'll say it's going to be healed.
Oh, thank God.
What
It's
time
not that strong
is it?
of a poison. When you guys go to bed, around 9.
At night or morning?
9 at morning. Night, yeah.
Okay, so dawn will pass by the time this long rest is over then?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
I'll take the doll and. Oh, sorry. Is it morning?
It's not yet. I believe somebody wanted to do something at night.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to roll a perception check for rest. We're switching off of people watching. Should I roll a perception check?
If you're staying up and search and alert, then you can roll me a perception check. Yes.
Nothing creeping up on us. I look out the window over Fiske while he's sleeping. Check windows, check doors. Nothing creeping on us.
Alrighty. Alrighty. You look at Zareen. This room house on the surface. Like you've been on the surface for a little while now. Maybe a week or 2, I think. And like you're having a bit of a moment to yourself to think. This place could not be any more different than the way you grew up and where you grew up. Even in this place where sunlight never shines, the amount of light here is so much more than it used to be back home. Your hand feels the wood surface, something that was completely not there when you grew up. It's much warmer than stone floors, you think to yourself. And less hard, too. Through the window, you can see the lone, massive tree tearing into the grounds, leaving massive pits. But it doesn't seem to approach the house at the moment.
Taking that moment to reflect, as it gets towards the end of my shift, I'm going to walk to Varis and lay a hand on his shoulder.
So I guess I'm kind of waking up. This is as you're going to bed, and I'll look at Zyrene and I'll notice something a little bit, something different. I'll say, "Is there something on your mind? Everything okay?"
Yes, everything is okay, I suppose. Just, it's been a long few weeks. This place is quite different than the Underdark. I'm still making sense of it all.
Well, the fact that we're here together, I'm still making sense of. Go get some rest. I'll take one.
And
I'll stand up on the table, and I'm going to squat on the table, looking out that window in a ready state.
Alrighty. No dangers seem to come to you in the night, and so eventually morning comes. However, Ugal, Varis, I'm afraid you both experience the nightmares of Borovia. Zareen, you as well. The nightmares. You see again the massive creature that was lurking in the basement, the plant thing. However, does not have the druid inside it at the moment. You can see you're almost a fly on the wall, as you can see the two druids nervously looking upstairs as a long and piercing shriek that you recognize echoes off the walls of their hideout. It needs to be done, one says to the other, the younger one, the one who was in the plant. But are you sure, Dad? Maybe Loretto got them? Maybe it's a good sign? Maybe it's them maybe that was their scream. You know what we need to do. For the rat heart to awaken. It needs flesh. It needs a mind. I am your senior in this matter, boy. You'll live, don't worry. We'll kill them as soon as possible, as soon as we can, and then I'll extract you from the heart. As long as we do it fast enough, you'll live. Okay. The younger man is definitely still afraid, but looks at the older one with trust in his eyes. Okay. He turns towards the rat heart. As the older man begins to mutter and make symbols with his staff. The rat heart, the fruit opens, allowing the young man to step inside. It burns! The older man, he struggles inside, trying to get out. However, the grip now is too strong. Father, please! The older man does not cease his chanting and gesticulating. And with that, and then he throws his head back in agony and stops screaming, stops moving. When he raises his head again, his eyes are glassy, and the vines have dug themselves under his skin. You guys can hear your own voices as you come down the stairs, and the old druid prepares himself to fight, with shaking hands. With that, Varis, Urgal, and Zareen, 1 point of exhaustion if you haven't ordered it already. Morning comes. You guys can hear the stomping of the tree has ceased. It seems to be standing right in front of the house now, still as death.
I fucking hate this place.
God, I slept well.
We all had that dream.
You. Out of character, yes. In character, you don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but I had that dream. Okay. All right.
I wasn't sure if that question was aimed at me as a DM. Sorry.
No more. Just no. Did yeah? I wanted to make sure that I experienced that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Varis, you look like shit.
No, only the people who failed the save.
Oh, okay, not a problem.
Yeah, sorry, Chris.
No, that's right.
I didn't realize. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, no. Varis, Urgal, and Zareen are the only ones who saw this nightmare.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so I'll wake up. Well, I've been up. I'll look around at the group and I'll say, I got rest, but I had terrible nightmares. I hate to say this, but I'm not going to be able to move so fast. Take it slow.
I look at him. I say, "Oh, don't worry. I've been there an awful lot." And I'm going to sit there and say, "Thank you, Mr. Honorum. I think I have a destination, and I'm going to head downstairs to the basement immediately."
Fiske pops right up on all fours and just pads along behind you.
All right. So yeah.
Varis, you look like shit here. And I'll toss him the nightmare doll. Hopefully that helps you tomorrow. Well, shall we go down and see if this passcode is what I think it is?
Urwin says, "I'll take her behind to my father." You see that the were-raven is now awake. He is healed from his travails, but looks incredibly nervous. He says in a small voice something in Barovian to his older brother, who translates, "He would like to thank you for saving his life." He apologies, but he does not speak the common tongue. He responds in Barovian. The younger were-raven turns into a small bird as Urwin opens the window. The sound of flapping wings. He leaves, flying towards the copse of trees.
Good.
Urwin turns. "I'll admit, I want to be back to the Danica as soon as I can, but I'm just as curious as you to see what lies beneath my family home."
Sorry.
Fiske and Tom. So I'm assuming everybody's going downstairs, right? With the
Yeah.
The bus.
I make sure Urgle puts the important book in the bag of holding, and go down to the basement.
As you guys head downstairs, you guys can also see how the rot heart grew its thorns and vines all throughout the house, from the back to try to get at you from multiple angles. Failed.
Crazy.
You guys can see as the rot heart has mostly melted away along with the druid, stewing in its own acids and poisons. Take their tokens. Oh, Pavis, hello.
Here we are.
So
Kink.
you approach the door once again.
Yep. I sit there. I go. All right, guys, just keep me alive if it gets ugly. And I feel down and I find this impression.
I'm casting guidance on Tarmagin before he does this.
This is not going to be a check, Tarmagin. My question to you is, what do you go about doing as you...
Having jotted down that combination of 1, 5, 2, 3, 4, I am going to enter those numbers in that order.
You enter, you press your fingers into the invisible runes as you sink your head into the illusion. 1, 5, 2, 3, 4. For a moment, nothing happens. Then the illusion fades away, revealing a door with metal parts in it. The door creaks open as you hear the movement of iron beneath, and the smell of lead fills the air as the door slides open. Filling the red light spills into the basement. You guys can see sitting behind Billet. Sorry, trying to activate the aura on this thing. You guys can see behind the hidden door is a small, narrow corridor opening out into a dugout. At the back of the dugout is a statue of a raven made of obsidian. In the raven's mouth is a massive, almost fist-sized ruby. Snaking to and from the statue of the raven holding the ruby are vines, thick roots from all over the walls. Urwin mutters a curse in Barovian as his eyes... is the observer token not here? Okay.
Yeah, not here right now.
Yeah, remember, guys, you can drag out the observer token as well.
Oh.
I couldn't get it into this level.
Yeah. Urwin shakes his head and says, well, it's going to be harder to restart the winery without it, so if I may ask for it back as soon as we can have it back, that would be appreciated.
It says more than that. I've been thinking about it. What needs to happen, and this is very important, my friend. Would you say you owe me and trust me enough to take an oath?
You've risked your life for me and my family. Of course, it goes without saying. Of course, my friend. Of course.
All right. Then you must take this oath. No matter what I tell you. If anybody asks, you have to swear, or you have to tell them that you swore you would not speak of it. You're not keeping secrets. You're under oath.
Okay, so I'm going to put this in the question channel. Okay, Urwin's oath.
All right.
All right.
And just say, you will not discuss what happens from here until you leave. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. That said, we're going to retrieve this item. We're going to put it in a pouch and you're going to fly it directly to Mother Lucia and instruct her to tell nobody she has it. And then she's going to use it. And then you, my friend, are going to go home and tell your wife you're alive.
Urwin draws you into a massive, crushing hug, Tarmagin. Those last words, truly. You guys can all see the large man's shoulders shaking with sobs of relief. Tarmagin, he lets you go and says, I swear, I'll do it right now. He takes a deep breath, steps into the chamber. Tarmagin, I'd like you to roll me a religion check.
Okay.
You can see this raven statue fairly clearly.
All right. That's intelligence, not wisdom. So I think I am not at a disadvantage with that, correct?
That's intelligence, not wisdom, so unless you have any exhaustion, then
Nope.
no.
Okay. All right. Because of that weird Nothic eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You too, religion. The design of the raven statue is very, very similar. In fact, pretty much identical to the style of raven statues often associated with the Raven Queen. There's a certain style that goes with it. The number of feathers, turn of the head, the depiction in general. And this is very, very similar to that. Urwin mutters a short prayer and removes the gem, putting it into a pouch. And as he does, the glow recedes.
Actually,
As everyone goes down the stairs, just kind of tugs at Tarmagin's leg on his pants.
It is good. That was good. Yes.
Yes. We now take the fight to Strahd slowly.
My friends, I'm flying away from here now. Feel free to use anything in the house that you need.
Urwin, before you go, could I see it for 5 minutes, please? I'd like to study it.
He hands it over to you.
Good call, my friend.
And I will study it for 6 minutes.
Study it. Okay. Okay, you studied the wizard's heart. Okay. Ooh boy, let me pull it out.
Good.
Oh man, I don't even remember what I have the description for it. Hold on. Let me get my Google Doc out.
I can post it next time. That's fine too.
Alrighty. Well, no, I do want you guys to see it like while I'm here. Ooh, alrighty.
That was a big thing. That was got one of our cards things, items, whatever. This is important.
Well, we got two things.
Yeah, now we got this thing of obvious importance.
Yeah.
Well, we expected this thing. The other thing was quite the shock. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, that's not hard. That's a book.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. That's not at all.
Like, is that the heart?
So, it's going to hurt if I punch it. Oh, well. It's coming with me right now.
It's not just a book, it's a diary.
Yeah. It was well worth a couple of cuts on my knuckles.
So Fiske, how was your experience being unseen more than you usually are? Was it favorable, or?
Who are you asking?
You.
What did you ask? I didn't hear you.
Oh,
Your experience at being unseen. Was it favorable? Would you do it again? Some people react differently to magic.
Strange. Yeah, shadow. Most don't see it.
I look at Honor. I'm gonna go. Well, I can do the same thing to myself, just not as good. But if I need it, I'll take care of it. Him and Urgle, though, that can be pretty handy.
It's a weird
I think
sensation not seeing your own hand in front of your face.
Oh, I can't wait to try it. I'm so excited.
Not used to being in the open.
Well, you don't have to stay in the open.
Alrighty.
Ooh, here we go.
Bam. This is the Wizard's Heart. It is an artifact. It requires attunement by a cleric or paladin. Any restoration spell... Sorry, no. Cleric or sorry, that's stupid. It should have been cleric, paladin, or casters. Or wizards. Okay. Cleric, paladin, or wizards. Any restoration spell cast with the heart as a focus restores maximum hit points on the die. In addition, the heart empowers the caster to break down dark power curses at the cost of their own life force. They lose a death saving throw permanently. This means if you use the heart's ability to break a dark power curse, it means that you go from 3 death saving throws to 2 death saving throws from now on. Or 1 if you use it again. Finally, any creature holding and attuned to the heart has advantage on death saving throws, and upon a roll of 20, restores half their hit points instead of 1.
Oh shit!
So the theme here is there's a lot of death saving. Like, we just received 2 things that were around death saving throws. This is not looking good.
There seems to be a running theme. Yeah,
there's a pattern.
I assume you relate this information to us?
I do.
I say, well, let's keep this in our back pocket. We'll know where it is. We can get it when we need it. That's my vote.
I thought you were giving it to Urwin?
Yeah, because, yeah.
Yeah, I give it back to him when I'm done.
Yeah. It's nice, but it has a job to do, so it has to go with him.
Urwin turns into his raven form, claws as he holds his leg out to have the pouch tied to it, and flies.
Varis calls out,
he returns it and flies up the stairs and out of the winery, heart safely in the pouch around his leg. And with that, gentlemen, we are going to end tonight's session of the Curse of Strahd. I'd like to congratulate you in achieving not 1, but not 2, but 3 major goals in the campaign. You've found the Wizard's Heart, one of a trio of powerful heart artifact. The Mage's Heart and Scholar's Heart are the other 2. You've found the Tome of Strahd, one of the items foretold to you, that foretold you will receive. That it was foretold to you, but Madame Eva will alter your fate. and will obscurify it, perhaps making it from certain death to an unknown chance of success. And also, you've cleared out the winery itself. Now, there is this big tree in the way,
Yeah, details.
but the druids themselves are gone as far as I can tell. The blights are gone as well.
Oh.
I'd like to give you all a point of inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh. Nice.
Make sure to mark those on your sheets.
Okay.
Oh, neat little symbol.
Remember, I allow for a maximum of 2 points of inspiration instead of just 1. It means you can re-roll any roll, or give yourself advantage on a roll. Alrighty, gentlemen. Whew. We're almost done.
Wow.
We're almost done with the winery. I promise.